Planning Board, it is now called to order. I'm Nancy Hafford, the chair of the board. We will now start our meeting with a roll call to account for the members that are present. We hear your name, please say aye. Mr. Array.
Aye.
Miss Brophy.
Aye.
Miss German.
Aye.
Mr. Hafer.
Aye.
Mr. Heckman.
Aye.
Mr. Heinel. Mr. Hinton. Mr. Halipka.
Aye.
I'm here. Sorry, I couldn't get my thing off mute.
Thank you, Mr. Hinton. Mr. Johnson.
Aye.
Mr. McGinnis.
Aye.
Mr. Perlow. Miss Pinero. Mr. Warren. Miss Wolfson.
Aye.
Thank you all. Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. It's not. Okay, Ms. Bensley, is there any changes to the agenda as published?
No changes, Madam Chair.
Thank you. In your August 29th email, you received draft minutes from the July 18th meeting. Has everybody had an opportunity to review the draft minutes? I'm guessing that's a yes. Are there any corrections? Not hearing any. May I entertain a motion to accept the minutes as circulated?
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. First on our agenda, we will have an opportunity to further discuss and then vote on the Cycle 42 water supply, sewage, and master plan amendments. This item was first introduced to the board on June 20th, and a public hearing was conducted on July 18th. Staff from the Department of Public Works and Transportation, they're here this evening to answer any questions the board may have and that we can discuss before we go for a vote. Would Mr. Andrew Brown from the Department of Public Works and Transportation like to make any comments at this time?
Just let everyone know that I am present, but I don't have any additional comments to make at this time. Happy to answer questions as they come up.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Board members, do you have any questions for Mr. Brown? Not hearing any, may I entertain a motion?
Be it moved that the Baltimore County Planning Board adopt staff recommendation and reports for the water supply and sewerage plan amendment cycle 42, reference number 22-01, and recommends maintaining the existing S6 designation.
Thank you. Now that we have a motion, can we have a second?
Second.
I will now do a roll call. When you hear your names, please say yay or nay. Mr. Array.
Yeah.
Miss Brophy.
Yay.
Miss German. Miss German.
Yay.
Mr. Hafer.
Yay.
Mr. Heckman.
Yay.
Mr. Heinel. Mr. Hinton.
Yay.
Mr. Halipka.
Yay.
Mr. Johnson.
Yay.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yay.
Mr. Perlow, still not here. Mr. Pinero, Miss Pinero is still not here. Mr. Warren.
Miss
Nope.
Pinero popped on. She's here now.
Oh, Miss Pinero.
Hello.
Oh, hey. Mr. Warren, has he popped on? Nope. Miss Wolfson.
Yay.
Thank you. Motion carries. Ms. Bensley, will you now fill us in on legislation that's recently passed by the County Council following our last meeting?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Bill 50-24, Adequate Public Facilities, Overcrowded School Districts Clarifying Legislation for the purpose of amending the county's APFO Adequate Public Facilities Ordinance regarding overcrowded school districts, establishing the Committee on Public School Capacity as an advisory committee, clarifying the membership and duties of the committee, providing for the role of the Department of Planning in the analysis of school capacity, providing the school impact analysis, providing for conditions under which development plan approval may not be granted, providing for conditions under which development plan approval may be granted in an overcrowded school district, requiring the Department of Planning to prepare an annual school utilization report, amending the Planning Department's annual mapping requirements for an overcrowded school district, requiring the Planning Department to adjust certain school capacity numbers to account for 2 certain capital projects within a certain time frame, amending the time that certain departments and development applications must be considered whether a development plan would overcrowd a school district, expanding the look-back period for an approved but unbuilt development plan to be included in a projected student enrollment, adding an exception to the denial of a development plan regarding county compliance with certain voluntary compliance agreements, and generally relating to adequate public facilities and school utilization. Bill 51-24, uses permitted in the RC4 zone, long-term care and nursing home facility. For the purpose of defining a long-term care and nursing home facility, permitting by right a long-term care and nursing facility in the RC4 zone under certain circumstances, and generally relating to the resource conservation zone and long-term care and nursing home facilities. Bill 52-24, design review areas, overly Rossville Commercial Revitalization District. For the purpose of requiring the design review panel to review development plans for proposed non-residential developments located in certain areas of the overly Rossville Commercial Revitalization District, and generally related to the review of certain non-residential development plans by the design review panel. Bill 53-24, zoning regulations, uses permitted in the business local BL zone, butcher shop. For the purpose of permitting a butcher shop in the BL zone requiring a certain number of off-street parking spaces per 1,000 square feet of gross floor area for a butcher shop, and generally relating to butcher shop uses in the BL zone and parking requirements. Bill 54-24, zoning regulations, data centers and energy storage devices. For the purpose of defining a data center and an energy storage device, permitting energy storage devices and data centers as a matter of right in certain zones, subject to certain conditions and limitations, establishing certain special regulations for data centers and energy storage devices, including bulk standards and location, parking, signage, and landscaping requirements, and generally relating to data centers and energy storage devices and uses permitted in the RC5, BM, MR, MLR, ML, and MH zones. Bill 55-24, comprehensive zoning map process, notice to owner, removal of posted notice. For the purpose of requiring the removal of certain notice posted on certain property regarding a possible change of zoning classification within a certain number of days following the conclusion of the planning board hearings on an issue to which the identified property relates, and generally relating to posting notice of a property. Bills 56-24 through 62-24 relate to the comprehensive zoning map process. There is one bill per councilmanic district, and each bill adopts the official zoning maps for that district. The final maps and logs of issues are available on the CZMP hub. Resolution 36-24, endorsement of amendments, Baltimore County Chesapeake Bay Critical Area Modified Buffer MBA Plan. A resolution to endorse certain amendments to the Chesapeake Bay Critical Area Modified Buffer Area Plan. In 1984, the Maryland General Assembly enacted the Chesapeake Bay Critical Area Protection Program, CBCA program, to control future land and development within 1,000 feet of the Chesapeake Bay, an area now known as the Chesapeake Bay Critical Area, and establish the Chesapeake Bay Critical Area Commission, which was charged with establishing and reviewing changes to regulations governing land use and development within the CBCA. Baltimore County continues to support businesses that provide waterfront access to the public's use and enjoyment, and is seeking Commission approval to allow marinas and waterfront restaurants to have additional flexibility within the 100-foot critical area buffer while still meeting the intent of the CBCA program. On November 3rd, 2022, the Department of Environmental Protection and Sustainability and the Commission the Commission staff met with county residents and stakeholders, including the Marine Trades Association of Baltimore County, to discuss potential impacts within the CAB to allow marinas and waterfront restaurant patrons closer proximity to the waterfront. Environmental Protection and the Commission staff agree the options and impacts detailed in the exhibits 1 through 4 best meet the intent of the CBCA program while allowing marinas and waterfront restaurants to add flexibility within the CAB. And that concludes the report.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Bensley. And I just want to say a few words before we conclude. It has been such an honor to serve on this planning board since I was appointed by Kevin Cabinets, County Executive Kevin Cabinets, back in December 2011. And I'm so very grateful for their county executive now, Johnny O, for appointing me as the chairwoman. I feel truly grateful to have been able to work alongside so many dedicated members of the board and the incredible, hardworking, professional planning staff. I deeply have appreciated your passion and commitment to our wonderful county. Despite having diverse perspectives at times, the board has always worked together for the good of our community. It's with a heavy heart that I've submitted my resignation for the end of September 2024. But I feel very confident that the county council will approve the county executive's nominee, Scott Halipka, for the new chairman, and Emily Brophy as the vice chair. I hope you will all sincerely continue to support housing for the hardworking men and women of Baltimore County so that they can also live here. In addition, I hope you will continue to encourage the effort to attract responsible companies and businesses that they can bring a quality jobs and opportunity to benefit our community. I thank you all for being so supportive, except Todd Warren has been a challenge at times, but he's not here and I can say that. So thank you all, and you haven't gotten rid of me because when you're here, I'm right down the street. And the next time you're here, I'll buy you a soda down at 7 West. Well, this is the conclusion of our agenda. Do I have a motion to adjourn the board meeting?
Not yet, Nancy.
What's that?
I said not yet.
Okay. Am I supposed to sing and dance?
I don't
Steve?
think you can just run away that quickly. And I'm not going to pretend to speak for all the members who are present. I think I can speak for the planning staff, and thank you sincerely for the depth of your commitment to the work that you've undertaken as the chair and as a member before that, for what you've done for Towson, and also for your support for us as staff members. I totally agree. We have a very professional team, but you and the board have shown us the kind of respect that I know everybody appreciates. Your leadership has been wonderful. You've been open to new ideas. Sometimes herding the cats was a little bit challenging, but you did a very terrific job. So let me just thank you on behalf of the staff, and I think I can say so on behalf of County Executive Oshevsky as well, for for your leadership and your willingness to provide the continuity, help us provide the continuity that's going to be essential as we move into the next phase of the work that we have to do as a planning board. So thank you, Nancy.
Thank you, Mr. Lafferty.
And
Well,
Nancy,
yes.
no. I just want to echo Steve's comment, and at least on behalf of myself, and hopefully the rest of the planning board, we thank you very much. I know I personally want to thank you for getting us through CZMP. These are never fun things to do, and it's always a lot of work. I'm sure you'll be around and certainly won't be forgotten. So thank you for everything you've done for us.
You never know if I'll be sitting in the chairs heckling, making faces, making
You're too
Shafiq laugh. Thank you all. All the best.
One
Now-
more thing. I want to thank Nancy for keeping me in my chair many times when I was fully prepared to leap out of my chair. And for getting us through this whole transition to this virtual meeting venue. You know, COVID was really tough, and this whole adjustment was really hard for everybody. But Nancy did a great job of leading us through it. I'm really going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you too, Kathy. I'm going to miss you too. I'm going to miss you all. That's the hard thing about this, but I know where to find you all, and you never know when I'll be stalking in the bushes when you come out and saying you want to run down to 7 West or CVP. All right. On that note, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Nancy's last name.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Bye.
All right. Bye, my friends.
Thank you, Nancy.
See you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.